Hey, this is Charlie Thompson, and this video is on quick Celsius conversions. So previously in this lab, I've discussed Celsius and Fahrenheit degree and temperature conversions. This is not that. This is quick Celsius conversions. So the rest of the world uses the Celsius system. We don't. You might see, for example, those of you might be traveling to other countries, and if you see that in, let's just say, I don't know, Paris, it's 30 degrees Celsius, as an American, you're going to look at that and go, well, do I need shorts or a parka? 30 degrees Celsius, is that hot? Is that cold? I don't know. So this class uses the metric system. We're just going to use this for converting from Celsius to Fahrenheit because everybody else in the world uses Celsius. So if you're reading a scientific document, if you're reading something published in another country, if you're looking at temperatures for the weather in another country, they're going to use the Celsius system. That's why we're not going both ways on this. We're just going Celsius to Fahrenheit so that you would have an idea, a better understanding of what that temperature would feel like in that other place. So the key to the Celsius conversions is to remember the tens. In between the tens, we're going to fudge with 1 Celsius degree equals 2 Fahrenheit degrees. If you've already watched the other video, you know that 1 Celsius degree equals 1.8 Fahrenheit degrees. And because we're just doing a quick conversion, we're just going to fudge and say, for this quiz, 1 Celsius degree for the quick conversions equals 2 Fahrenheit degrees. It's really 1 to 1.8. We're only doing this for this lab quiz, not the rest of the lab. So the quick conversion method is just supposed to help you convert from Celsius to Fahrenheit in your head. This is not the real method. For the other questions, if you use this, you'll get the answers wrong because the other ones I'm asking you to convert Fahrenheit degrees or Celsius degrees or degrees Fahrenheit or degrees Celsius. But for the quick conversion quiz, I want you to use this method. It's good enough. So here's what I'm talking about with the tens. I would probably print this out, copy it down, do whatever you need to do. Negative 10 degrees Celsius, so that's a temperature, equals 14 Fahrenheit. 0 degrees Celsius equals 32 degrees Fahrenheit. So this, you should just memorize that. 0 degrees Celsius equals 32 degrees Fahrenheit. And you'll notice as we go up by 10, if we go up by 10 degrees, because 10 Celsius degrees equal 18 Fahrenheit degrees, every time we go up by 10 over here, we're going to go up by 18. So 0 degrees Celsius equals 32 degrees Fahrenheit. The next 10 degrees Celsius equals 50 degrees Fahrenheit. So every time you go up by 10 degrees, go up by 10 degrees, go up by 10 degrees, you're going up by 18 degrees, going up by 18 degrees. So the next should be 20 and 68. 20 degrees Celsius, 68 Fahrenheit. 30 Celsius, 86. 40 is 104. 50 is 122. So this is what I'm talking about with the tens. So I don't. You can remember the way I learned this is just to memorize. Well, 0 degrees Celsius equals 32, and then if you add 10, you add 18. So 10 equals 50. The next one 68. Add 18, 86. Add 18, 104. Add 18, 122. Also, 20 degrees Celsius equals 68 degrees Fahrenheit. 68 is widely used as a number for room temperature. Yeah, if you're in Europe. But 68 room temperature, 20 degrees Celsius equals 68. 30 degrees Celsius equals 86 Fahrenheit. Okay, hopefully you're good. Remember the tens and fudge between. If there's a difference of 1 degree Celsius, that's it. For this conversion, you're just going to fudge 2 degrees Fahrenheit. So example, 23 Celsius. The closest 10 degrees is 20 degrees Celsius. And then we're going to add 3. So 20 degrees Celsius equals 68. 3 times 2 is 6. So 25 Celsius is about 74 degrees Fahrenheit. For this, you're going to enter your answers as integers rounded to a whole number. And I don't know how you're going to come up with anything that isn't that, but we're rounding to a whole number. So 25 Celsius equals 74. Using the quick conversion method, let's see how accurate it is. So the real formula would be 25 times 1.8 plus 32 equals 73.4. So we're off by 0.6 degrees. Not bad. Not bad at all. Let's do another one. Remember the tens. Fudge in between with 1 Celsius equals 2 Fahrenheit. 17 Celsius. So the closest is going to be 20, and then we're going to subtract 3. So 20 degrees Celsius equals 68 Fahrenheit. 3 times 2 is 6. So 17 Celsius, and then, 3 times 2 equals 6. We're going to subtract that, remember, because we're going from 20 down to 17. The starting was 17. The closest 10 to 17 is 20. So 68 minus 6 is 62. 17 degrees Celsius is approximately equal to 62 degrees Fahrenheit. And let's see what the real answer is. 62.6, so off by 0.6 degrees, not too bad at all. That's less than 1%. And let's do another one. So remember the tens, in between fudge with 1 Celsius equals 2 Fahrenheit. So 29 Celsius, the closest is 30, then we're going to subtract 1. So 30 Celsius equals 86. 86, we're 1 degree off of, we were looking at 29, so 30 minus 1 is 29, 1 times 2 is 2, 86 minus 2 is going to be 84, and using the real formula, 29 times 1.8 plus 32 equals 84.2, so we're really close. So again, remember the tens, fudge in between with 1 Celsius degree equals 2 Fahrenheit degrees, and you should be fine. That's it for the quick Celsius conversions. I hope you enjoy it. It's not supposed to be hard. It's just supposed to be, it's supposed to help you make sense of temperatures that are reported in other countries. That's the whole point. So if you look at the weather and it says, oh, it's 35, you'd go, well, 35. So the closest is 86, and 5 times 2 is 10. So 35 is going to feel like 96 degrees or so. That's hot. I should not bring a parka. I should bring shorts. If you have any questions, please come to Zoom. If you can't make my scheduled Zoom hours, please let me know what time works for you. We'll set something up.